Well guys, it's been a long time in the making, but we have made it to McLaren Orlando, the new location in Winterpark. I just gotta say guys, wow, this is so much bigger than the old location. I gotta tell you guys, I can't wait to see what is in here, so let's just head right in. Guys, we are coming right inside, and we come right in to a McLaren 750S in the Golf livery. Guys, this is so sick. I've seen a lot of McLaren 750S's already, but I haven't seen any with the Golf livery. Now, I'm telling you guys, this thing is so sick. And then, guys, this doesn't look like a normal McLaren, but I promise you guys, it was for training and everything, for people to put parts onto the car and then take the parts off. But guys, you get to see, if you're wondering what everything looks like under the car, here's your answer. This is the answer. That's how the exhaust tips look. You can see the interior way better. The interior doesn't look any different other than the batteries in the very back. You can see almost every single component. You can see where the lights are attached, the ECUs, every single battery in there. That's just crazy, guys. Knowing what parts are under the normal body of the car. Guys, I am telling you, we have McLaren Arturos on McLaren Arturos. There are so many McLaren Arturos. It's just crazy. Guys, look at this. But we gotta let that McLaren Arturo part first. So, all new hybrid V6. Pushing close to 700 horsepower. Now that's pretty insane. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this compared to all the twin turbo V8s you see right here. We don't want to get in the way too much, so stand by for a minute, guys. Anyways, guys, I don't think we're in the way too much. We're gonna take a look at these cars. McLaren Senna GTR LM. You guys, this is crazy. Another car, once again, with the Golf livery. And this thing's sick. I gotta say, this is one of the coolest specs you'll ever see on a McLaren Senna GTR LM. If you guys haven't seen the last video, go check that out. I'm guessing that's the motor right there. And if you want to learn more about this car, go check the video out and see the interview I did. Someone here, Ms.Leah, you guys, I'll pop her Instagram up on the screen right now. Go give her a follow. Yeah, guys, this thing is insane. Not going to lie. But if you guys want to learn more, go check out that other video. I interviewed Ms.Leah about this, and she'll tell you more about this thing, and you'll get to learn a little bit more. So you guys go back and check out that video after you're done watching this one. McLaren Arturos, once again. The 750S, guys. I'm telling you, I'm loving the new look compared to the old plans. This is a tight space, so we're gonna try to get through here without hitting anything. Hey, we made it! We made it, guys. We have made it. The spec is sick, guys. Not gonna lie, this is my dream color, guys, to have on my McLarens. And definitely I will consider owning one of these for sure. I've already done one on the 750S. If you want to learn more about that, make sure to go back to the other video, because the workers here gave me very good information about the cars, and Guys, I'm telling you guys, you gotta come here. The customer service is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you guys. Hey, look, there's some G-Wagons. But we're gonna figure out some cars that we're gonna be talking about. And we got another car. As I told you, you're gonna be seeing a lot of McLaren Arturas. But if you're wondering why the car is wet compared to all the other cars being shiny, well, I gotta tell you, about an hour ago, it was pouring rain. Nobody could even go out. I was worried the glass was gonna break, but the glass is very strong. But if you're wondering why this car is wet compared to all the others, that's why, because they were driving in the rain. I really like the gray and the orange too. I really love this spec. Look at that, the orange stitching. Guys, this is crazy. We'll look at that P1 in a minute. McLaren 720S. A bunch of Skittles colors. Purple McLaren GT, green one. Hey! There's Mr.Matt, guys. You guys gotta go give him a follow on IG. Hey, how have you been doing, man?
Man, good. A video for a young man today and for a good cause.
Yes, sir. Great to see you, man.
You too.
What do you got to say to the camera? Say hi to them.
It's a beautiful day. Welcome to McLaren Orlando. That's it. I love your stuff.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe button.
Yes, thank you so much, man. You take care.
You too.
Dang, guys. That was really cool. Look at these. McLaren I think this is a GTS. Some of them are GT, some of them are GTSs. Yes, it's a GTS. All of these are GTSs. This is the successor of the McLaren GT. It doesn't look any different from the old McLaren GT, but that thing is sick. Orange McLaren GTS, McLaren Arturas. I was preparing you guys. For this. There are seriously many Arturas in here. Yeah, many Arturas. I warned you guys. You have been warned. There are many Arturas. I can't say too many. There's never too many McLarens in a showroom. I can tell you guys that. McLaren's a great brand. There's never too many McLaren Arturas, or any McLarens really. We got, I think this might be another 750S. Yes, it is. It's another 750S. I really like this spec for sure. Got a lot of carbon options in there. Doesn't have the carbon bucket seats, but it has the carbon steering wheel and everything. Thing's sick. McLaren Elva. I'm telling you guys. People tell me this car is very scary since it doesn't have a windshield. Dang, guys, this thing is so sick. This McLaren was really one of the first ones that caught my eye, for real. No doubt about that. This thing's sick though, not gonna lie. One of the best looking McLarens. But this is one of the big dogs right here. The McLaren P1. Now, this thing is insane. Like, if you're wondering what a P1 interior looks like, not too different from these other McLarens, but it definitely looks different. The carbon is matte instead of gloss. And one of the seat covers is still on there because it's a $3.5 million car, a $2 million car. And this thing's insane, I gotta tell you guys. Let's look at the rear end a little bit more. That thing's so sick. Guys, this has to be one of the best McLarens in this entire showroom, guys. I barely seen these up close, but it's so good to be able to see one up close. wow, guys. Just wow. And then we got this McLaren SLR McLaren. We're gonna try not to hit anything today because it could be costing a fortune. I'm glad the passenger window is rolled down so we can look at the interior from there. But it has all the carbon options. And I know this looks like a Mercedes, but McLaren partnered with Mercedes-AMG to build this beast of a car. The exhaust, look, it's sticking right out of there. Usually with the other cars, they stick out from there. It is right there, down there. And I gotta tell you, the seat covers are on this thing because don't want anything to get messed up on this thing until it's sold, or even just owning it. Some people just keep them on it. But MSO, I thought it was M50, so I was confused about that. But MSO, McLaren Special Operations. HDK. HDK is another saying about McLaren. Ooh, guys, look at all this merch. Guys, if you haven't come to McLaren Orlando already, you guys, I'm telling you, you have been making a big mistake because the cars here are insane. Now, let's take a look over here at the screen. Working on what looks like to be McLaren Arturos. I told you, there are many of those being built. Look, the Lego Technic McLaren P1 to match this one. And it's cool if you have the car and the Lego set together. Oh, let's take a look at this thing. Look at that. McLaren Speedtail 3-seater McLaren. All the gold accents. This is one of the craziest specs I've seen on the McLaren. And this, compared to all these other McLarens, looks completely different. Like, it's a whole different look. Look, those rims are very cool, but look at the front. Oh my god, this is crazy. And if I can see, I don't want to hit anything, but you can see the McLaren. You can see it a little bit. The seat's kind of skinny and tall if you ask me, but seats right in the middle, and the other seats are slightly in the back. And has the OEM roof scoop. And look at the back. Like, if you know what a Speedtail is, you will recognize it the second you see it. I'm being honest, I don't even know where the exhaust is. I think it might be down there or something. I have no clue where the exhaust is. That's the only thing you can't see. But look, Speedtail. Guys, this thing has to be one of the craziest McLarens ever. Guys, so we are looking at the McLaren Elva. We are here with Miss Leah. It's great to see you again. Welcome back to the vlog. And can you tell us a little bit about this McLaren Elva we're sitting next to?
So Elva is one of our very special cars from the Ultimate Series. It is the latest in the Ultimate Series besides the W1, because it's not out yet. Elva was made to be an open top roadster, so this one has no roof and no windshield, as you can see. You were able to order with a windshield, but they were more commonly without, just because that was the true intention for the car. The coolest thing about Elva is that instead of having a windshield, it has an air management system, which works in the front section here. So as you're driving, when you have that system on, this front section becomes free moving. And then all the air coming in the nose as you drive gets forced forward. And then by the time it swings back above you, it's kind of above your head. So it makes a windshield barrier with just the air. And that will deflect bugs off of it. The rain will move while you're driving above you as well. Really, really special car. Also, our last ICE Ultimate Series car. So every Ultimate Series after Elva will be some form of hybrid. So I think Elva will be special for a long time.
Yeah. So we got another car to talk to you about if you're cool with that. We got the P1 right here. Can you tell us a little bit about the P1? Because I know it's a very special car.
It is. So only 375 built for the world. Obviously, a very special car for a lot of McLaren lovers and owners. You know, still really special, I would say, in between the F1 and the W1 that's coming out. But some people still do prefer the P1 just because it's got a really unique and special aggressive look to it. This one happens to be pre-owned. We got it out of Europe. It was at auction over there, and it is probably the lowest mile P1 in North America.
Yeah, this thing is very beautiful, am I right?
It is volcano yellow.
Yeah, so how much power is this P1 putting?
Just over 1,000 when you combine the engine and the hybrid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Guys, we have some more cars. McLaren 750S again. A McLaren GTS with a McLaren electric bike. How crazy is that? And it matches with the car too. Ain't any different from the other GTSs, so no need to look at the interior because look, this has the same interior, that has the same interior, so all the GTSs are just different colors. Most of them are black leather interiors, but that's really cool, guys. And this thing, the McLaren Senna LM. Oh my goodness, guys. What? Are you kidding me right now? Are you seeing this right now? Are you seeing this right now? Bro, and instead of it being 2 exhaust tips, it's 4. Wow, 40 karat gold on there. But as it says, MSO. I gotta show you guys the interior. 40 karat gold as the paddle shifters. Guys, sorry that I can't get in there too much. The windows are a little bit different compared to all the other McLarens. But guys, let me know in the comments. Would you take the P1 over there or the Senna LM? Let me know in the comments. So now, guys, we are looking at the McLaren Senna LM, one of the best McLaren Sennas by far. And can you tell us a little bit about this car?
So Senna LM is very special. Besides being a Senna, the LM, there were only 5 Senna LMs built for North America. We commissioned all 5 of them actually, so they all came from Orlando for the North American market. Really special car. It has a lot of old heritage touches and, you know, little details that pay respect to the older cars and the Le Mans win. So the wheels are an old retro OZ racing style wheel. You do have a lot of extra gloss carbon fiber in this build that's not standard in most Sennas, and you actually have the GTR engine in this car as well. So it's a really good way to have a little bit more than just a Senna.
So how much power is this thing putting approximately?
I believe 814 or something like that with the GTR engine.
Dang, that's a lot of power. This thing's a whole lot different compared to the normal Senna, ain't it?
It is, and it's more, I would say it's mostly aesthetic touches and different features for this specific Senna than they are mechanical. It's a little bit different having the GTR engine, but it's not like a massively different engine from a regular Senna.
Well, it was very good talking to you. Thanks
Always.
again. Hope to see you next time.
Yes.
I definitely will be coming back very, very soon
Good.
to see if there are any other cars that I can interview you about. But say bye to the camera.
Bye, everyone.
Here's another McLaren Senna, but this ain't no ordinary McLaren Senna. It is the Senna GTR. I gotta tell you guys, this is insane. I'm absolutely blown away every time I see one. I've actually rode in one of these before in a Marlboro livery, so it was basically a Senna cigarette box. So this thing is sick, guys. Full-on race interior, guys. This is insane. Richard Mille. I've seen this car before, and at the last place. So if you don't believe me, go check out the video I had in Titusville. Then this Artura is probably the coolest design out of all of these. It's red Alcantara interior. Then, if you see, it's red, then it fades all the way to dark red. Now, that is insane how they did this. Wow, guys, this is just insane. And if you look in there, there's not too big of a chance we might be able to go in there, but look in there. McLaren Senna in there. Sorry about all the shadows and everything. Hey, look at that guy. So yeah, guys. So McLaren Senna, and it's a full-on racing simulator in there. Sorry that you guys can't see too much. If I can go in there in the video, which I can't make a promise about that, you guys got to stay tuned for that. Look how insane that is. You guys might just see that later. We'll just have to see. Then this is an old. This McLaren's a little bit older. All of these are newer cars in here. Some of these are, but there's like the 600 LT McLaren 570S. Then we got this thing. It looks like a 570S, but it has more performance than a 600 LT. This is the McLaren 620R, and it's available for purchase. Guys, look at the interior. That's the old school interior, the matte carbon fiber I like to see. Guys, that thing is insane. Guys, what would you pick? 570S, 600 LT, or this thing? Let me know in the comments down below. So, 620R, it is the street legal version of the McLaren 570S GT4 car. I will pop that up right now, and this is a limited production high performance version of the 570S GT4, and only 225 were ever made. So this is basically the comfort of a 570S and the performance of the GT4 race car. I would say this is better than the 600 LT, except it has the 570S rear end. So it has this big wing, still the rear end of the 570S, but it looks like a 600 LT up front. And it has a bunch of GT4 race car components. That's what that wing is from. But yeah, this thing is very, very cool.